Okay, we've got it so that if I, choose cell size, it'll draw covers on the cells given that size. I'm now going to draw what they look like when they are not covered. Yeah, so we'll do that now. So I'm just going to, so we have that function there already, draw cell. It makes it darker. Let me see what happens when draw state draws the cell, not draws cover. So let's see if that works. And they're all dark. That's good. Is that what I want? You know what? Let's I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it again. What I'm going to do is we'll draw a darker one. So 3, and then we'll draw one that's just like a pixel off. So like so we'll draw the rectangle 1 pixel to the right, 1 pixel down, and for the size I'm going to cut off 2 pixels. And that should give us kind of like a little border, like a 1 pixel long border on each one. So let me try that. There we go. I like that. Okay, that way you can kind of tell them apart. So all I did was I moved everything a pixel in, a pixel down, and then it goes 2 pixels shy of the total width and height, so that there's another pixel on the right and bottom that aren't covered. And when you got them next to each other, it ends up being 2 pixels, because there's a pixel for the left cell and a pixel for the right cell. So you have lines now that are 2 pixels wide, cutting up the board. Okay, what I want to do is I want to put the number for each cell in there. So if I'm drawing the cell, I am going to say ctx dot fill style equals, I'm just going to use white for right now, ctx dot fill text, and I'm going to put in, let me grab a value, so ctx dot, I'm sorry, let value, I'll call it cell value, equals, and then from the field, I'm going to get that row and that column. And I'm going to see what's in that cell of that field. And depending on what that is, I'm going to put that there at, I need to choose the correct coordinates, so I'm just going to snag these coordinates here. And I think that's it. So let's see if these are placed right. Okay, they're not quite placed right. I believe, because notice that they're not here on the last one. So I'm guessing that these numbers, the number that goes with the first cell is actually, I believe, being drawn, attempted to be drawn up here. So it's actually the lower left of the text is at the upper left of the box. So when you get to the last one, this thing's text is up here. So I got to lower it and then move it to the right a smidge. So I'm going to say, I guess I'm going to lower it half a cell. That's for the left, right, and that's for the up, down. So for the row, I'm going to add half, and for the cell I'm going to add half. I think that'll do it. Let's see what that looks like. Weird. This time C plus a half. Why did that fail? Cell value, cell size. Why am I stupid right now? Does 0.5 work better? I feel like it shouldn't. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Fill. Oh, I know. I bet it's, let's try that. So maybe it doesn't think it's a number. Nope, that didn't work. What could it be? I'm not sure. Cell size. Oh, I know. No, I don't know. Row, yeah, that's right. I do not know why that's not working. The parentheses should be fine. Let me try it without the parentheses. I don't think that's causing the problem, but let me see. Let me actually see if there's no errors. Okay. Plus cell size over 2 plus okay. I'm guessing, I don't know what was wrong with the previous way of doing it. Okay, that's okay. I want to make it bigger. So I'm going to say ctx dot font equals 20 pixel Arial, and let's try that. Okay, and then I want to tweak this a smidge. So instead of a half, maybe I'll do a third. It's looking okay. And can I center? You know what? I don't even know. I don't know. I don't even know how to do that. Let me see. JavaScript center canvas text thing. Oh, Stack Overflow I probably can't go to. Let me try this. Font. Blah. Text align center. Okay. Easy enough. Let's see if that works. So what if I just do half again? Okay, so I think I have horizontally centered it. Vertically, I might have to just play around with it. So maybe I want to add so let's try 4/7. Oops, I gotta put times in here. 3/7. No, I want to do more. So 5/7. That looks good. Let me see how it looks on smaller. Whatever. I'm not gonna make it look perfect. It looks great at 12. It's fine at 6. Okay, that's good enough for me. All right, so we have fill text here. That's good. So let's say, I don't think I need the parse int, by the way. Let Let's see if that's true. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna put that above, and when we draw the cell, I'm gonna create a switch statement, which is based on cell value, and we're just gonna say in the case that we have a 0, we'll do one thing, and in the case that we have a 1, we'll do another thing, and we have a bunch of cases. Okay, so case of 1, case of 2, case of 3, case of 4. You know what, 4 and above will make it all the same. So in this case, I'm just going to say default. Alright, so it's this part here that's where I choose a color and then I draw it. I'm going to put those into each one. So I cut it and pasted it. And now I'm going to put that into 1, 2, 3, and default. 0, I'm not going to mark when it's a 0. I'm just going to leave a blank cell. 1s, I'm going to choose a light green, maybe. Actually, I'm going to type in a code, so hue, saturation, and lightness. And I'm just going to change the hue. The saturation will say 80%, and the lightness will say 45%. And that should be good for most of them. I'm going to put that into everything. And let's see what that looks like. That should be a green. Oh, they're all zeros, so they won't show up. Let me make it so they're not zeros. Let me make them random numbers. So up here when we push 0, instead of 0, I'm going to push math.random times, I don't know, 8. And then I'm going to say math.floor. I'm going to wrap that around there. So floor, again, rounds down. So I should get numbers between, actually I'll do 9 here. I should now get numbers between 0 and 8 in each cell, randomly. So let's try that. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. Maybe I want to lighten it. You know what? This isn't centered like I thought it would be either. So let me work on that. So my margin 0 auto is not working. I'm just going to say document.body.style equals, .text align. Let's try that. I guess I don't need this. That should have worked though. Style, canvas.style.margin. That should have worked. Okay, so from the center. Good. I want to lighten up my green. And let's make the other colors. It's just going to move by 25 each time. Oops. And by default, it's going to get darker. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I get maybe not darker because I can't really see it that well. So maybe we're just going to go 55 for everything. I can read that. That looks good. I think I'm going to add one more level. So if it's a 4, I'm going to choose 25, and by default it's still going to be 25, maybe 20, and I'm going to make it a little darker then. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe I'll go to 0. I think total red is a little bit too much. Maybe I'll stick with 55, but I'm going to go with 10 maybe. This is all personal choice. I like that. That looks good. I wonder about a purple. Like, what if I make it kind of purple? What is that? I think it goes to 255, so maybe 240. Okay. Maybe it goes to 360, so let me try 340. Okay. I'm going to say 50. I'm going to say 330. Whatever. I'll make the 4 a little bit more red. I'm just playing around here. Whatever. Okay, there we go. Those are the colors. And I don't like it that dark, so I keep wanting to make it darker because I feel like that's what I remember. But I don't think it looks good dark. So there we go. Whatever. That's what the colors will look like. All right. Notice it doesn't show any zeros. It shows ones. It shows the other colors. Great. Now, what we should do is go to the draw state. So I have a draw cover, which draws a nice little cover, and then I draw the cell when it's to be revealed. So in the draw state, instead of drawing the cell or drawing the cover, we're going to put an if statement. If field row cell, I guess. If it's a what I want to do is check the mask. So if the mask is 0, it'll draw the cover. So actually I can just do this in a single line. So if the mask shows a 0, we'll draw the cover. And if it's not a 0, we'll draw the cell. And that's what we'll do. So now if I refresh, yeah, that didn't work. If it's a 0, do I have to do that? I shouldn't have to. Okay, I guess I did. Maybe I have to do parse int. Maybe that'll work. Maybe it thinks of it as text. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to say if this thing is a 0, draw the cover, or else draw the cell. Okay, great. So now I want to be able to add a clicking ability to reveal things. So I'll do that right now. So we'll draw the state at the start. Then we'll say canvas.onClick. We're going to put a function with an event handler. And we're going to say let row, I guess, equal e dot page x minus, no, row is the vertical, so let column equal e dot page x minus e dot target dot offset left, and let row equal e dot page y minus e dot target dot offset top. So that'll give me my mouse's coordinates in pixels. I then want to calculate the column should actually be, take that mouse's, I'll call this mx, yeah, mx for mouse x position and mouse y position in pixels, and then I'm going to say let the column be the x position divided by cell size, and let the row be the mouse y position divided by the cell size. And I need to round that down, so math.floor will do okay, so that'll give me the row and column that I'm in whenever I click. And when I do that, I'm going to say mask row column equals 1. So whenever I click, I reveal that, and I'll just say draw state. So let's see what that does. So I click. It has an error, offset top of target. So there must be no word of target. So I need to change that to a T. Try that again. Click. Ah, now it's working. Boom, 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 boom. Very nice. You'll notice that the random number generator in JavaScript is kind of not super random, I feel like. A lot of repeats, a lot of things in the row. I don't know about that. I noticed that. That's kind of a problem for me, I've noticed over and over again. I don't know how to get a better random distribution. At least I usually am too lazy. This is looking good. Alright, so in the next video we will work on making it play.